Hello, dear friends. Today we are going to study quantitative aptitude, the first chapter, number system. So, we have to start with number systems. We'll be studying rational numbers and irrational numbers, real numbers, and imaginary numbers in this chapter. Okay, so let us understand the basics of the number system. The very first number we have to understand is natural number, also called as counting number. So all the natural numbers are written here. It starts with 1, 2, 3 till infinite. Whole numbers are all the natural numbers including 0. Integers, whereas, are all whole numbers including negative numbers. Okay, so when we talk about natural, whole and integers, we don't talk about fractions. There are no fractions in it. There are no decimal points. So if I ask you, is 1.5 a natural number? Of course not. No fraction, no decimal points. So we study fraction in an altogether different heading, and fractions are broadly classified into proper and improper. So what are proper fractions? A proper fraction is a fraction where the numerator is less than the denominator, whereas an improper fraction is a fraction where the numerator is greater than the denominator. So there's also one more thing called as mixed fractions. So can you remember how mixed fraction looks like? Let us understand. So if I give you a number like this is definitely a mixed fraction. And this mixed fraction can also be written as 5 into 4, 20 plus 3, 23 by 4. If I had given you one more mixed fraction like this can also be written as 1 into 7 plus 3, 10 upon 7. Let us take any other mixed fraction, let's say something like this. So this can also be written as 3 into 5, 15 plus 4. 15 plus 4 is 19 divided by 5. Now if you observe, this mixed fraction is, each and every mixed fraction can be written in a fraction form. And which is this fraction form? What is this fraction form? If we observe this fraction, all these fractions are numerator greater than denominator. All of these fractions are improper fractions. Each and every, so I can say the conclusion can be each, literally each and every mixed fraction can be written in a improper fraction form. So that is what we have written here. These are the different examples of mixed fractions, and each and every improper fraction can be expressed in the mixed fraction form. Now fractions, of course, are broadly classified into proper and improper, but there are some terminating, non-terminating, recurring and non-recurring decimals. So let us understand them. Now when we say type A, so there are different types. So when I say non-recurring, what do you mean by non-recurring? Something which is not occurring again and again, something which is terminating. So it may terminate after a certain number of digits. Example for this could be 1 by 2 is 0.5. 1 by 8 is going to be 0.125. So it is terminating. So these fractions are examples of type A, which is a non-recurring number. It is also called as terminating fraction. Next is a recurring number. So it recurs. So what do you mean by that? So example 1 by 3 is 0.3333. It's a recurring fraction. Type C is called as mixed. We also call this as unmixed fraction or mixed decimal, where you have a combination of digits. Some digits will remain same, it won't recur, whereas others will keep repeating itself. Example of that is 1 by 6 could be written as what? 0.16666. So here 1 is not changing, it is not recurring, whereas 6 is recurring, and hence it is a it is an example of mixed fraction or a mixed decimal. Type D is a fraction which is non-terminating and non-recurring. It doesn't terminate, it doesn't recur. The example of that, the best example is pi, which is 3.1416 dot dot dot. It doesn't terminate, it doesn't reoccur. Okay. Now let us understand, or let us try to write the terminating decimals in a fraction form. So any fraction or any number which is written in decimal point like this, 0.5 can be written as 5 upon 10. 0.75 can be written as 75 upon 100. 2.5 can be written as 2.5 upon 10. After point there is one digit, that is why 1 0. After point two digits, two zeros. After point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 digits, that is why 859 upon, we should have 6 zeros in it. Don't think much, just count the number of digits after decimal. Now be very cautious, these two zeros after 56 doesn't hold any importance. That is why it is 56 upon, after, so it is as good as 1 plus 56 upon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros after that. So this is an example of a terminating decimal. Okay, now let us understand the non-terminating decimals. Now 0.333 can also be written as 0.3 bar. Now whenever we have bar in it, this fraction can also be written as 3 upon 9. Since after point there is one digit which has bar over it, that is why 1 9. This is as good as 0.6 bar. We write bar over the numbers which gets repeated. So your 6 is repeated, so 6 bar, which is as good as 6 upon 9, which is as good as 2 by 3. 1.222 bar can be written as 1.2 bar, which is as good as 1 plus 2 upon 9. Similarly, this can be written as 0.519 bar. Now be very cautious here. These two digits are not repeating, whereas 9 is repeating. In such a case, we have to follow this method. Take the number as it is, 519. Subtract this number by 51, the number which is not repeating, upon. Now since this is repeating, these two are not repeating. Since this is repeating, for that 9, these are not repeating, that is why zeros for them. So after solving, 9 minus 1 is 8, 51 minus 5 is 46 upon 900. Let us take few more examples with this. Let I ask to 0.213 and 13 has a bar over it. So 2 is not repeated, 13 is getting repeated. So this is as good as 0.2131313 dot dot dot. How can you express this? Take the number as it is, 213 minus, subtract the digits which doesn't have bar over it. In this case it is 2 upon, there are two digits which are repeated, so two nines for them, and 2 is not repeating, that is why 1 0 for that. So this is as good as 211 upon 990. I hope everybody is getting this. Let us move to the next part. So basically, numbers are broadly classified into rational and irrational numbers. Rational numbers are again classified as integers and fractions. So what we have studied up till now is this part. So whatever we have studied up till now were actually what? Rational numbers. And what does the definition says? The definition says numbers which can be written in the form p by q, where q is not equal to 0 and both p and q are integers. So let us understand that. Let's take an example 0, or let us take an example 5 by 2, or take an example root 16. 0 can also be written as, we have to write a number which can be expressed in the form p by q. So 0 can be written as 0 upon 1 or 0 upon 2, it remains the same. Both 0 and 1 are integers and hence 0 will be a rational number. Fractions are again rational numbers, p by q, both p and q are not equal to 0. In fact, q is not equal to 0, p can be equal to 0. Root of 16 is as good as 4. 4 is an integer, it is definitely a rational number. What are irrational numbers? Irrational numbers are numbers which doesn't follow the definition of rational numbers. So those numbers, example of those numbers could be Let us take an example pi. Pi is 3.1416. Now this fraction is non-terminating, non-recurring, and hence it will be a irrational fraction or irrational number. One more example, root of 15, root of 2, root of 3, root of 5. The value for root 2, let's take an example, is 1.414 dot dot dot. The digits will not get repeated. It is not going to get terminated. That is why root 2 will be a example of irrational number. All these numbers are example of irrational numbers because they are non-terminating and they are non-recurring. Thank you.